ambitious and looked really pretty much only at the upside and not at the downside or the consequences of some of the transactions that I got involved in. And I learned a very terrible and dire lesson from a project 32 years ago that really has shaped my thinking ever since. So I was involved with a bank that failed and a project that failed, and ultimately was responsible civilly and criminally for that transaction, and really it shaped all my decisions in the ensuing time. And so now we look at the downside first. We're extremely careful about who we do business with, and very, very mindful and thoughtful about all the projects we do, and don't get in such a big hurry, and slow down and do them all one at a time, one day at a time, and I'm very grateful for that. Our project, the Alexander Inn Guest House in Oak Ridge, last year won the Chairman's Award for the President's Advisory Council on Historic Preservation. So for preservation folks like myself, this is the Super Bowl trophy. It doesn't get any better than this, and we are just thrilled to have been the recipients of this award, and the only Tennessee preservation developer to whom it's ever been awarded. And we really especially are grateful to Knox Heritage and the East Tennessee Preservation Alliance, because they're the ones that put together the entire transaction and brought me out there and convinced me not to run away from this building, but to stop and come back and save it. And it took some convincing, but eventually we did the work, and we're just thrilled with the recognition that it has gotten.
Neighborhood icon buildings that were provided so much energy and vitality to a community go dark. They suck all the energy and valuation out of the community around it in the neighborhood. But what we found is when the tide turns and capital is reinvested, the building is preserved, restored, repurposed, and becomes a source of pride and energy again, then the neighborhoods around this, the houses, the streets, resume their vitality and really make a resurgence. And that's what's exciting to see. And it's not something that it's not a philosophy that I ever had or that I wanted to work toward, but I see it now in the rearview mirror, and it's been my experience that that's what's happened. It hadn't necessarily been my game plan because I didn't know that, but I know it now, and I know it from experience.